Hello there, this is Jenny from Designs with Paper. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. I have an interactive card video for you, so get comfy and let's get crafty. I have pulled out of my stash a few things. I have a pattern paper and a coordinating cardstock. I am also going to be using the My Favorite Things gift card dynamics. These are the ones that kind of make a shaker card gift card, and I have some of they call them replenishments, the little part that holds the gift card in the front of the card. Okay, I will also be using a Simon Says stamp banner die and a happy birthday sentiment from a Stampin' Up set I have. Okay, so to begin with, I have to create the card base. I need to score the card base, but I'm not going to fold it yet, and I'm scoring it so that I know where to put the zipper die cut. So the way this card works is that you seal the gift card in between a layer and the card base, and then the zipper die allows the recipient to peel open the inside of the card and take out the gift card. So I have this pattern paper, and I need to cut out the front where the gift card will go, where the little replenishment plastic cover will go on the front of the card. And I'm just lining that up and taping it down with some painter's tape. And because the card base I have chosen and the pattern paper are so similar in color, I'm having a hard time making sure that it is centered and lined up properly. So I went ahead and moved that card front off of my card base, and I am taping that down with some painter's tape. So I will that die will cut out the center of the card front. This is the zipper die set from My Favorite Things, and there's a longer one and a shorter one. I am using the shorter one, and I am cutting it from the outside of the card so that it's a little bit intact still when I put the pieces together. And you'll see what I mean when I get it all together if you have not seen this die set used. I have also pulled out a third cardstock. This is a pink that kind of coordinates with that pattern paper. And this is when I realized I have put the wrong die on my card front. So the bigger rectangle actually cuts a frame to go around the rectangle so that it kind of hides the cut edge of the pattern paper and the little replenishment. Man, that word is hard today. The little plastic cup that holds the gift card. And if you're mean like me, the glitter or confetti you're going to put inside of it. And I say mean because once you open that zipper, all of that confetti is going to come out. Okay, so I am going to cut the frame out of this kind of pinkish, reddish cardstock, as well as the banner. So this is the Simon Says Stamps small folded banners die. And I'm going to cut it out of the pink cardstock as well. I'm just going to tape that down with some painter's tape, and I will run all three of those pieces through my die cut machine. So one at a time, you can see I'm popping up on my desktop right there. I'm being very gentle with that card base, and I still rip the paper. This is one reason, in my experience, to put the die on the outside of the card base, because I can cover up that torn paper. I am going to take my Tombow Mono sand eraser and kind of smooth that cardstock out so it doesn't create a bump or a bulge in the card front. But I have found that it is better safe than sorry, and put that die on the top of the card base so that if it tears, you can cover it up. So you can kind of sort of see that little stitching, and it leaves the option of pulling it open from the other side and removing the gift card. So here is my little replenishment pouch, and the way it goes, you just kind of stick it through the back of the card front, the pattern paper. I am going to adhere it with some 1/8 inch score tape. There is a little bit of a lip on that plastic cup for the tape to stick to, and it really doesn't stick out that far from the front of the card. I did still put foam tape on the card panel to pop it up just a bit, but you totally actually wouldn't need to. I just kind of liked the added dimension. Because the shaker part pops up through the front, you can put it flat on the card. But like I said, I just wanted the dimension. Okay, so now that I have the skinny score tape down on my card front, I am going to burnish that with my bone folder, and I'm going to pull the backing off of that tape. I thought for a minute I was going to need to use the wider tape, but these replenishments do have kind of a narrow edge, so I went with the 1/8 inch tape. Anyway, now that I have all that backing paper taken off, I can go ahead and put the rectangle cutout over the top of the little plastic pouch, cup, whatever you want to call it. Replenishment, that's the word I'm having a problem saying today. That is the name of the plastic shaker holder pieces in the My Favorite Things store. All right, so once I have that into my cutout, I can take my bone folder and run it right along the edge and reinforce that tape so that it sticks down really good. You do want a really firm adhesive so that you don't explode the whole card. So you can use this for shaker cards, but it was created to hold a gift card. Like, it is the perfect size for a standard gift card. And that, so basically what I'm showing you here is that you pull that piece out and the gift card is accessible from the inside of the card. But because I'm a little bit of a meanie, I am going to pull some of my sequins and confetti and dump them in that little pocket first, and then put the gift card in. And then when they tear open the back of the card to get the gift card out, the sequins and confetti kind of come with it. I am creating this card for a teenager, so I think it's fair play. I would not do this to a younger child, but to a teenager, 100% going to do this to a teenager. And it's a teenager that I know well and have known since long before she was a teenager. So it's okay that I'm teasing her just a little bit. Okay, so now that I have my sequins and my confetti, I am going to stick the gift card in. And then I am going to add the piece I cut out just for a few minutes while I add the foam tape to the back. And I am doing that just for, well, two reasons. To cover up any numbers on the back of the gift card so that it doesn't get pilfered off the internet. Because, you know, there's people on the internet that do garbage stuff, right? But also because I want to have just a little bit of weight on that gift card to prevent all of those sequins and confetti from flying all over my desk if I do something dumb like hit the card real hard or pull that tape off too jerkily. I don't want that all messing up all over my desk. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and peel the backing off of my foam tape. Could have edited that out. Sorry, I didn't. I totally should have. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and fold my card base in half. And like I said before, that damaged side I am leaving on the outside because I can cover it up. And normally I don't know that I would actually care because who looks at the inside top flap of a card? But in this case, because she's going to be pulling that zipper apart to get access to the gift card, I really didn't want the boo-boo showing. So no worries, right? All right, I'm kind of using the gift card to hold all of my confetti in place. I am making sure that my pattern paper is right side up, and I'm just sticking it down. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. The sequins and the confetti still shake, and you can still see the gift card inside. So it's a little bit of a catch-22. You know, teenagers' favorite things, right? I am now going to take this frame that was cut from the pink cardstock, and I'm going to add a little bit of that little skinny 1/8 inch score tape to it as well. And I started with this little piece I had left over from doing the inside and put it on the frame. And then I realized that it was kind of too flimsy for that. So after that, I went ahead and put the foam tape on the actual the score tape on the actual card base. I just felt like it was a little more sturdy and a little less likely to be pulled out of shape if I put the tape on, you know, wonky. Because let's face it, that little tiny frame is wonky. It's going to twist and not hold its shape well. So like I said, this does not need foam tape. I did not have to put foam tape on the back of this card front, but I did it for my own visual interest. Okay, so I have the score tape in place. I am going to burnish that down with my bone folder again, and then I will peel off those backing papers and add the frame around the shaker pouch. It just kind of makes it look a little bit more finished. You know, it's like putting on that, the last piece of jewelry with your outfit, right? You're good to go. Your outfit's hot. Your hair's good. You look great. You've got all your normal stuff on. Then you add that one fancy bracelet, or you put on a fancy pair of earrings, and voila, it looks even better. Yeah, that's kind of what the frame does. It just dresses up the entire card front. Okay, moving on. Now I am going to go ahead and fold the score lines on this banner. I'm a little hyped up, I feel like, today. I feel like I'm speaking really fast. I don't know. I am going to put this banner into my MISTI and pull out that happy birthday sentiment from that Stampin' Up! Stamp set. And I am heat embossing this. So once I have the stamp aligned on the banner, I will add some embossing tool. I will use my embossing tool to add some powder to my banner so that the embossing powder doesn't stick anywhere but on the ink. Did that make sense at all? I feel like that embossing powder has two types. There's the embossing powder in the tool and the embossing powder that I'm going to heat set. I don't know. Whatever. I am stamping in Versamark ink. This is a very clear, sticky ink, which is excellent for heat embossing. And I am not using hardly any pressure at all. I'm just rubbing my fingers just along that stamp. I did stamp it twice to make sure I got everything. And now I am pulling out my white embossing powder, and I'm just going to stick this banner right into my container there. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. However, you see how that container is precariously perched on my MISTI? Yeah, guess what? I spilled it. And not only did I spill it on my desk, I did not snap the lid on tight, so when I stuck it in my drawer and dropped it, I spilled embossing powder in my drawer. So I had to pull out my little hand vac and vacuum all that up and edit that out of the video. And now I'm ready to adhere the banner to the front of my card. I chose this banner because it is just wide enough to go over that shaker bits, the shaker pouch on the front of the card. So it will just nestle perfectly across the top of that card. And just like that, I'm nearly finished with this card. For an interactive card, this is a really quick card to make. I am going to put a little bit of foam tape on the back of the banner, the part that will stick to the pouch. And I've just cut a short piece and I'm cutting it in half lengthwise so that it's nice and skinny. I could have used my Doris sticky, the slim foam strips. There's the words, but this was already on my desk. So I'm going to go ahead and put that foam tape on, and then I'm going to add a little bit of score tape to the banner ends so that they will stick down to the front of the card and not get caught on the envelope or anything else and ripped off the card. Because that would just make the card, it would tear the paper and it would look bad, right? We don't want that. And of course, the score tape sticks to my finger, not the cardstock, so I have to kind of scrape it on there and then peel the release paper off. And I will peel the release paper off of the foam tape as well. And then just center this on the shaker panel, shaker pouch, whatever you want to call it, right there on the front of my card. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I hope I haven't said that 25 times in this video. Okay, so interactive cards are great for little kids. This interactive card is fabulous for a teenager. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. I hope you enjoyed watching this card. Leave me a comment. Do you make shaker cards? Do you make interactive cards? Do you like receiving them? Do you like it when people put confetti and sequins inside the shaker pouch on the card, especially when you're going to open it and it's going to explode on you? I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, share my channel, and have a really fabulous day. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. I have added a video here I think you will enjoy, and a subscribe button. If you have not done so already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. And please share this channel with anybody who you think might appreciate it. Have a great day.